Hello and welcome back to the channel. Really glad to have you here. In today's video we are going to talk about the wonderful benefits of yarrow. How can yarrow be used and applied topically, as well as taken as a tea, taken as an infused oil like we've done in the previous videos. Now I've covered yarrow in many of my previous videos, talking about how to harvest yarrow, how to better identify this wonderful plant when it's growing around you in the wild, and how to make the best use of it. I've even made a video talking about how to make a yarrow infused oil for different types of joint pain, as well as a topical application in order to help with muscle healing and general skin health as well. But in this video, just going to talk briefly about the wonderful benefits of yarrow, as well as some information that I haven't covered in the previous videos. So yarrow is a wonderful plant that has antibacterial benefits. It has astringent benefits and also promotes sweating. So absolutely amazing when it comes to the gentle detoxing of the body. And what it also does, it has an effect on the digestive system. So it acts as a stimulant to the digestive system, and it also acts as a balancer to the female hormone system, especially when it comes to menstrual problems, when it comes to period pain, when it comes to problems with delayed menstrual cycle and excessive bleeding associated with that as well. Another thing is that it acts as an anti-inflammatory and an anti-allergenic. So it's usually used for hay fever as a tea. You can make a tea out of it. It's great for hay fever when taken before the hay fever season by at least 2 weeks, and it also can be used as an anti-spasmodic. Now let's have a look at what other things we can use this wonderful plant for, and I've got a slideshow here prepared for you to help in the visual appeal. So in regards to the flowers, as you can see, are beautiful, delicate flowers, and they can easily be dried. So if you have yarrow growing around you and it's in a place where you know there's no excess pollution, you know there is no herbicides, pesticides used in the growing process, then go ahead and, after you correctly identify this plant, go ahead and harvest it. As you can see, it can be dried in multiple ways. You can simply put it on a paper towel and dry it that way, or you can even use a dehydrator in it as well. It's a very light herb that is easily accessible, and it grows in groups as well. And for the flowers, they're rich in a chemical that is amazing for an anti-allergy compounds, anti-allergy ingredients. So that's why I said it's really important when it comes to tackling allergic type of hay fevers, and also you can do it as tea. And if you are harvesting the yarrow in around you, it's better to harvest the flowers during the summer and also during the autumn as well, early autumn. Another thing that can be used for is the leaves. What can we use the yarrow leaves for? Now the yarrow leaves are beautiful. They're rich in all sorts of compounds, and they can actually be used to encourage clotting, and they can be used fresh. They can also be used for nosebleeds, of course, under the supervision of a holistic medical practitioner. Another thing that you can use the leaves, the specific yarrow leaves, is surprisingly for headaches and for migraines as well. And you can do that by simply making a tea out of them. And also there are other ways to use the yarrow, including the yarrow essential oil, which I will get to later about where to source that. So the essential oil of yarrow is a bit weird because it needs to be a dark blue color. That's how you know it is 100% pure. That's how you know that it's rich in the minerals and the compounds that it's known for, and it has anti-inflammatory properties. You can use it for chest rubs to help with colds and flus and influenza as well. Now, what could you use the whole plant? Now, we've talked about using the leaves, the flowers, as well as the essential oil, but did you know you can actually use the whole plant for different sorts of benefits? Among them is a digestive tonic to encourage the flow of bile. You can also use it as a diuretic. You can also use it as a tonic for the blood. You can also use it to stimulate the circulation, and you can also use it for high blood pressure as well in specific conditions and specific doses. Now, what the whole plant is, the best easiest way to use the whole yarrow plant is to simply make a tea out of it. Now, as you can tell with this beautiful image, yarrow comes in all sorts of different colors, and there's no difference if you have a purple yarrow, if you have a pink yarrow, or a white yarrow, or even a yellow yarrow. There is no difference in the benefits and in the compounds that are inside the plant. They all have the same compounds, they all have the same minerals, the same properties attached to them, so no need to worry on this case. So going back to using the whole plant, as we said, you can use it to encourage bioflow and also as a tonic for the blood. So it helps to cleanse the blood and it helps to stimulate circulation as well. And also you're really useful when you make a yarrow tea using both the flowers, the stems and the leaves. Really important for menstrual problems as well, because it helps to reduce excess bleeding during the menstrual cycle. Now, anyone suffering from, for example, when it comes to adenomyosis and when it comes to specific conditions that actually cause an increase of flow in the menstrual cycle, that causes fatigue, that causes all sorts of problems that lead to, you can actually try yarrow, which I've done myself, yarrow tea, during the first heavy days of flow of the cycle. You can use 2 cups of yarrow tea a day using the whole plant, using the whole yarrow plant, so the flowers, the leaves and the stems and all, to make a tea out of it. Sweeten it with a little bit of honey, a little bit of stevia if you're not using honey, and go ahead and drink that warm. Another thing that you can use it for when it comes to the specific uses, and I'll just go back here just to show you what we have here on Amazon. What I have opened up for you, I simply searched up yarrow essential oil. As you can tell, many different brands of yarrow essential oil. I usually go with the Amazon choice because there needs to be a lot of filtration needed for the Amazon team to decide on which ones they need to showcase for the Amazon choice. So it's usually a really high quality one. As you can tell, 100% pure essential oil, and it has a really amazing reviews and ratings, as you can see, and it's therapeutic grade. So that's amazing when it comes to using essential oils. If they are graded as therapeutic grade, you know that they are medicinal oils, you know that they are rich in the benefits and in the compounds that they are advertised to be. So you can use the oil as a massage oil, and you can do that specifically when it comes to the inflamed joints and sore joints as well. You can simply dilute about 5 drops of the yarrow oil into 25 milliliters of olive oil, almond oil, or better off, the St. John's oil, because the St. John's oil also has properties that help with inflamed joints, that help with sore joints. So you can use 25 milliliters of the St. John's oil and mix with that about 5 drops of the yarrow oil. As you can see here, rub it on the inflamed joints, rub it on the sore joints, and it will help. Another thing is you can use the essential oil for the chest rub, specifically when it comes to colds and flus. So you can combine it with any other essential oil that is known to have similar properties in terms of acting as a decongestant, something like eucalyptus, peppermint, or thyme oil. Be careful because these oils are really concentrated, so it's best before applying any sort of essential oil as a chest rub, first of all, to dilute it. And this is what we're saying in this specific recipe, is to follow it according to the instructions, and make sure you do a test batch before you apply it on your skin, because you don't want to apply it on your skin thickly and apply the whole recipe, and then God forbid you know that you have some sort of allergic symptoms, or you have some sort of rash or itchiness or burning sensation in the area. You want to apply it firstly on a small patch of skin, and then watch out for up to 24 hours, see if there's any sort of mild itching, irritation happening in that area. You know, if there's any mild symptoms happening, you know to avoid that oil or to avoid that recipe. But because we just want to be safe here, the essential oils are concentrated medicinal oils that of course have their pros and their cons, and they're very powerful. So you want to be careful when dealing with these and make sure to take the safe precautions as much as possible. So as we said here, there's also the Yarrow Tincture. Tincture that you can use for urinary infections, urinary disorders, and also menstrual problem cycles, so anything with excess bleeding as well. So when I go here on Amazon, for example, I write in Yarrow, the first thing that comes up is this wonderful Nature's Answer Yarrow alcohol-free tincture that has been specifically made with alcohol-free, gluten-free, and also they state the exact megagram dosage that you will get out of one dose. So let's have a look at here what else they say. One thing that I want you to be aware of when you are purchasing tinctures, if you don't make them yourself, is to check out the way they are extracted, because different extraction methods have different properties and different different effects. For example, here you want to make sure it's extracted using the best kind of process in order to make sure it's rich in the benefits that it claims it is. For example, here it says it's biogelated and it's used during this is the kind of extraction process that they have used. And you also want to check out the other ingredients, make sure there is no chemicals used, make sure it is all natural, check out the warnings as well, keep out of reach of children, do not use it pregnant or nursing, and also check out the reviews. So as you can tell here, 5-star reviews 130 compared to 1-star 2. So check out the reviews, check out what people have been saying about their experience with it, and go ahead and make a informed purchase of the best kind of brand that you feel that you can relate to and that you feel is representing what you want it to help you with. So we've come towards the end of our video. Just before we close this video, I just want to mention a couple of really important points when it comes to the warnings in regards to using Yarrow. So in rare cases, Yarrow can cause severe allergic skin rashes, and this happens when you use the Yarrow oil on a long-term basis. And this is because it can cause skin phytosensitivity. So please make sure if you apply Yarrow oil, whether it's essential oil or infused oil, make sure that you don't get out of the sun straight away. Do not get out into the sun straight away because it can cause skin phytosensitivity. Also, please avoid using Yarrow during pregnancy and nursing at any stage, because it acts as a uterine stimulant. So we've come towards the end of our video. If this video has helped you in any way, please like, share and subscribe. We would love to have you on board. Take care and we'll see you in the next video.